Hello everyone. So, I've got some more gear. I've been busy shopping on Temu again. And packages arrived today. One there, and that one there. So, let's get unwrapping and see what I've got. Cut him open, cut my fingers, and have a look. Have to excuse, there's a little bit of noise in the background. I've got the electric fan heater going in here because it's cold as the grave. So, right, what do we got? This is the second of the two orders. Now, this should be a digital alarm clock, or digital clock, yes. There we go, we'll have a look at that in a second. A hammock, this is a gear top hammock. And that will be the kettle. Yeah, there's a little kettle. It's a camping teapot there, but it's a kettle. So yeah, these were one of these Temu things again. I'd not been on for a while. I thought, well, I'll have a log on and see what offers we get. And it came up, there was you had to go click through these various things and, you know, like the spin the wheel things and whatnot. And it came up with 6 free gifts. And the second one, it came up with 2 free gifts on orders over, I think, 25 quid. So this is the 2 free gifts on orders over 25 quid. So basically I paid £24.89. This for a gear top 3-in-1 camping hammock. And we'll give that a try out in a separate video, because I think that's worthy of a review of its own. So the 2 little free gifts, that's this little camping kettle teapot thing, which, that's a dinky little thing. Comes with a nice little carry bag, that's nice, as these things usually do. And aluminium construction, it's black or dark grey anodised aluminium with an orange handle, look at it. Yeah. So yeah, grey anodised aluminium. That's nicely made. Good and solid. I'll show you inside there. What's there? About half a litre capacity, I reckon. 0.8 litres apparently, according to that. Nice little lid on it. It's quite nice. It's a little bit loose fitting. You can see there it does rattle about a little bit, but it's lovely and lightweight. Folds down. So yeah, that's a useful little thing, that. And for me in the van, that is absolutely ideal. And it doesn't take up a lot of space either, so that's ideal. Yep, looking forward to using that. So right, yeah, this is the camping lamp. Looks lamp, what am I talking about? Clock. Camping. It's actually do nicely for the van again. So did it come with a battery in it? So you've got a battery compartment on the back. Right, so that takes, oh, you can see on there, it takes 4 AAAs. I've got some of them kicking round. It's got a USB, so it's also got a DC 5-volt jack in the back there as well, so you can actually run it off a USB, which is quite a nice idea. So yeah, it's got a light, it's got snooze mode and an alarm, so that's quite nice. We'll stick some batteries in that and give that a go in a second. So yeah, be right back. Okay, I lied, it only needed 3. It only needed 3 AAAs. Right, so there we go, that's all it up. That's quite nice, that. Oh, hang on. Why has it done that? There you go. Oh, we'll leave that. We'll leave the peeling of the film off till afterwards. That's the satisfying bit. Right. So let's set it. Okay. Right. So we've set the time, and we've set the date, 8th of the 2nd, and we've got temperatures 19 degrees at the moment. So the alarm is off. So that's all set up. So yeah, that's going to be lovely. That's nice, clear, readable display. Let's do that really satisfying bit. Come on, there you go. Hang on, so we can see what we're doing. Hang on. Oh, look at that. Oh, there goes the film. Oh, there you go. Well, that's really useful. That's not bad for a freebie. Yeah, pleased with that. Not much can go wrong with it, really, is it? It's a little digital clock, which goes to sleep after what? I think this is designed to go on your car mirror, because it's got a reflective. Look, see, that's got a reflective surface. So I think that's actually a car mirror one. Yes, that'd be very useful for the van. Handy as a shaving mirror in the mornings. Yeah, that's useful. I like it. Something actually useful from Temu. Which is, you know, it's not unusual. I've had a few bits and pieces that have been useful, but a lot of the stuff has been absolute garbage. But for freebies, yeah, they'll do. They'll do nicely. Very pleased with them. Right, the second bag. This is the really interesting one. This is the 6 free gifts, and you had to spend just over 50 quid to get them. I'm trying to do as honest a review as I can of this stuff. Obviously some of the stuff, because of the weather outside at the moment, it's not really suitable for testing some of the outdoor stuff, but we'll do a full review, particularly that hammock which we've got here. We'll review that later. So that was one of the free gifts, a little set of 3 stacking foldable bowls for camping. Have a look at these, shall we? So you got a little cover, plastic cap that goes over the top. So these are almost like Tupperware containers, I think. So there's your smallest of the 3. A little plastic top on it. Holds away very nicely. This all pops out. Yeah, is what it is. It's a little cheap pop-out bowl. I can't say the plastic looks particularly durable. I mean, you can see where it's been folded. There's that line there, like a stress line around it. Wonder how many times you're going to pop that in and out before that actually tears. That's pretty useful. It's supposed to be food grade as well. It's got the little emblem on the bottom there, says it's food grade. So there's your little baby bowl. Now mummy bowl. And yeah, same thing again. You got the stress lines round where it pops in and out, and some of the moulding is not particularly brilliant. It's a bit lumpy there. A little bit of flash, moulding flash on there. But it's okay. The lid fit tightly. The lid fits nice and tightly. That's decent. Yeah, that's okay. So, yeah. Let's have a look at Daddy Bowl. Same again with you got the stress line around there where it's, you see there where it's folded, but it seems stretchy and strong enough. I've no immediate concerns about that. Yeah, it's alright. Pop these back together. So that one goes in there. Put little baby bowl back in the middle. There we go. And again, they pack away reasonably nicely flat, so that could be useful for the van. Yeah. Well, I've got melamine plates and bowls in there, but if I'm stuck for a bit of space and need to take them out and need to pack something a bit more sort of portable, yeah, I'll do. The second, some free gifts. That's the second free gift, is a little portable FM radio. I've got to say, I was expecting that to be a bit bigger than that. That is really tiny. That's about the size of a credit card, that, isn't it? Very dinky little thing. And we'll need some more AA batteries, I think, for the AAA batteries. Right, so we've got some batteries in it. Pull the aerial out. So it's AM and FM. So you've got AM that way, FM that way. Ah, right, it's one of the old-fashioned click and then.
Presented to us, we didn't actually have the opportunity to flick through the actual
A decent reception.
But when you look into
the characters are trying to connect their modern lives to the past. Can we?
Yeah, that's all right. That. What's the FM reception? Oh God, sorry, that was the FM. What's the AM reception like? Not bad. Decent volume. All right, the sound quality's not brilliant, but for a little emergency, turn it off. Little emergency backpacking radio. That's blooming good. Yeah. Especially for a freebie. Not bad at all, is it, that? Yeah. Lovely little thing to say, you put in your backpack. You've got a little bit of music or something to listen to in the evenings. Absolutely ideal. So, and the next one. Well, the next one, step forward please. That's one of the other free gifts. Ordered it with the van in mind, because the grey felt cloth goes with that grey carpet I've got inside, and it is basically a little organiser thing. So it folds out. Move the camera around. So it folds out. There you go. If it will stay unfolded, and you put stuff in it, and it keeps stuff tidy. Yeah, just like a storage thing. Again, it's the usual cheap. It's got a carrying handle on there as well, so you put your stuff in there. You can seal it with the Velcro strap there. There you go, seal it with the Velcro. And yeah, put stuff in it. It's for storing stuff in. So yeah, ideal for the van, go in the boot of your car, whatever. That's that. And that's this one. Very similar thing. Another organiser. So you've got, so look at these straps that will go over the headrests of your seats. Designed for cars, obviously, for the back seat, where you've got 3 headrests that go over the back, hang inside the boot, and same usual thing. Little pouches for storing stuff in, with a Velcro thing to seal them with. It's cheap, it's nasty, but it'll do a job. Yeah, the fabric's quite polyamide, I think, or whatever it is, that stuff. It's, yeah, sort of woven sort of polythene fabric, whatever it is. Yeah, you know, it's what these are usually made of, isn't it? You get those big boot organiser things. Obviously this is a smaller one, but yeah, it was free, so never turn down a free gift. So that's that. Another freebie was these. I needed them for the workshop basically. I can't say they're probably going to be any good, but it's a combined drill bit and thread tapper for tapping threads into things. And you got a number of different sizes. What you got? Looks like an M4, little M4 there, M5, M6, 8, M10, and I think probably an M12. But look at that one there. So there you go. They probably snap the first time you use them, but they were free, so who cares? Right, let's move on to the stuff I actually paid money for. This next one was £11.94, we'll say 12 quid then. And that is a 46-piece socket wrench set. That's your socket wrench set there. Let's have a look. So, bought this with the loco in mind, for Iceni. It's just a handy little set for doing odd jobs on her. It's handy to have. All probably made from the finest quality Chinesium. You know, that really weak metal that snaps and is, I think, an alloy of cheese and something else. So yeah, that nice little ratchet there. How good is that? It works forward and reverse, yeah. There's a little bit of play in the thing, but there again, normally are on these. It's okay. The moulding's not the greatest on the handle there, on the plastic handle. But again, you get what you pay for, don't you? And it's okay for light use, I think, for little odd jobs. Certainly wouldn't trust any of these bits with anything more demanding than maybe loosening a bolt that's not quite loosenable by finger. So yeah, it is what it is. What's this? Oh, it's a little flexible. Oh, that's handy. Little flexible wrench piece. It'll probably come in useful for something. You got half of the bits have fallen out. There's a couple of Allen keys there as well. What do you use those for? Is there anything? Yeah, it's not bad. If you want a screwdriver bit, you've got various screwdriver bits you can click onto there to use for screwdrivers. Again, wouldn't say it's the most expensive quality. I like the fact you got a hex drive in the end of the screwdriver handle. If you needed a bit of extra oomph, you put your wrench on there and give it a turn. That fits in, so yeah, gives it a bit of extra. But again, I wouldn't trust that to undo really stuck, seized on, rusted on nuts and bolts and whatnot. I think that would really, well, I think it would break. But for light work, for little odd jobs, yeah, that will do. That'll do the job. But it's basically what these things are. Basically what these things are made for, really, aren't they? It's what you buy them in mind for, is for just little odd jobs. You certainly wouldn't use them day in, day out as a tradesman. You'd buy better quality stuff, but alright for occasional light use. So, what's next? What's next? Oh yes, the tactical hooded jacket, which is that fella. Now, let's have a look. There you go. Hey, that's all right. Material's nice. Yeah, that's not too bad. Similar material to the trousers that I've got. I've got some lined trousers. The green ones with the orange zippers on them. Very similar line. It's not bad. Right, we'll try this on and be right back. So here we are, modelling the Temu Winter Tactical Collection. This is the men's tactical hooded jacket. This was £26.82, and it's all right. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It feels warm enough. I'd still layer up underneath it. I wouldn't rely on this as a sole means of insulation, but it's all right. You got actual pockets for putting stuff in there. One there, look. One up your sleeve. A couple of diddy little pockets. So really, you can probably get a box of matches and I don't know, a compass or something in there. Got this pocket here. It's a bit deeper and a bit bigger. It's all right. That's good. Oh, we got another pocket there as well. Okay, and yeah, got another pocket. Oh, you got pockets here as well. Putting your hands in. There you go. So you caress the belly. Yeah. All right. You got these. Hang on. You can pull the hood tighter. You got these little toggles here that you just pull the strings, pull the elastic, and move the toggles. So that pulls that a bit tighter. You've also got a flap on the inside. It's not much of a flap, but there's a little bit of a flap there, keep the draft out. And you got at the bottom as well, you got the same sort of thing here. You got the elastic you can pull to tighten the bottom of the jacket up. The little toggles there. It's yeah, not bad, sort of fleece. There you go, fleece lining. Fleecy schmatter. Oh, let's pop it off. Give you a decent look at it. Yeah, stitching's not bad. Oh, pardon the noisy car outside. That's young Callum. Hello, Callum, if you're watching. You keep the noise down, please. Thank you. Yeah, that's all right. Not bad at all. So, last item on the order. This was £13.92, and this is an 11-in-1 survival kit. Yes, I know what a lot of you think about these. You probably think the same as I do. Let's have a look, see how useful it is. So we'll do this with a big Clive style camera from above type scenario. Okay, right, so what we got? Open it up. This is the first time I've looked in this, so this is as new to me as it is to you. Unless of course you've already got one of these. Right, so what have we got? Well, the first thing, we know what that is because I've already got one very similar to that. That is a little saw. Except the one I've got is better because it's like the blade of a chainsaw, the one I've got. But this is one of those little wire rope saws that you get. Yeah. We'll give that a try in a bit. See how good it is. So basically it's just like an abrasive wire. It's got that sort of crimped I don't know what it is, it's like specially treated wire that makes it sort of like a cutting saw blade edge type thing, whatever. You know what I mean? I know what I'm talking about, even if you don't. But yes, one of those. Put that back in the packet. I'll give that a try in a bit and see how good it is. Right, so what's this? This looks like a multi-tool. Oh, it is. It's a multi-card tool. So you have a can opener, a knife edge. Let's try and work this out. Ah, there we go. Right, so can opener, knife edge. Right, how sharp is this knife edge? Shall we try it and see? Not very. Yeah. I mean, it's better than nothing in a survival situation, I suppose, but yeah. What we got? Screwdriver there, so that's the screwdriver bit. Not so sure about that. Obviously you've got a ruler measure thing there. You've got a bottle opener. Yeah, usual thing. So obviously a multi-way wrench. And then you've got the wrench bit there for undoing wing nuts. There's a saw blade. And I've got a bit of wood I can test that on. Right, so I've got a bit of stick from out of the garden. Let's try the let's try this thing. I'll try it on a thicker bit of wood, really, don't I? Trying to grip this and use the saw at the same time is probably not a good idea. You get the general idea there. It'd take a while. You can sort of kind of wear your way through a bit of wood with it. Now let's try the saw blade on this bit. Now this is the saw blade on the card. Yeah. Again, it does cut, kind of, but it's very awkward to use, to hold, to try and cut with. But yeah, and it's clogging up something chronic. Mind you, it is a bit of green wood, but yeah, it's not great, I've got to say. But given the choice between that or nothing, it's got to be better than nothing, hasn't it? But yeah, very, very limited use. I'd say that is more useful than the saw blade on that. That is just a waste of time. As 9 times out of 10, I mean that's not going to be really. What am I trying to say? Well, that's not. Let's get me words out. Right, yeah. I mean that for bigger bits of wood is, yeah, it will take a while to get through them, but yeah, it's better than using that. I mean, using that is, I mean, look at the thickness of a bit of wood. I mean, really, you're only looking to be cutting bits of wood about as big as your finger. Well, you ain't going to be using that, are you? You're just going to be snapping them with your hand. So that's a waste of time. Yeah, not really that useful. There's a 2-position wrench for smaller nuts. Again, in a survival situation, are you going to be wanting to be undoing nuts and things on stuff and bolts and whatnot? I wouldn't have thought so. And obviously you've got a hole for a lanyard or a keyring on it. Yeah, bit of a gadget that, really, isn't it? Not really serving any practical purpose. Right, next. I know what this is. Now, has it got the other bit that goes with it? because this is obviously, it's a measure stick, but also is the striker for a ferrocerium rod, and it's also a bottle opener again. So I mean, you've got that on there. Why do you need that, or why do you need that if you've got that? Pointless. So where's the ferrocerium rod then? Have we got? There's the ferro rod. There he is. Well, why didn't they put the two together? That would have made more sense. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the ferro rod and see how good this is. Oh, that's alright. It's plastic key on it. We'll just scrape the protective coating off it. And yeah, we get a have a look. Yeah, once you scratch the coating off it, you get a decent, you can get a spark off it. Yeah, that's alright. That is a useful thing. Got a little lanyard with it as well, so you can strap it around your neck and don't lose it. So yeah, that's a useful little thing. We've got that. That goes on, loops around your belt on your trousers, and that is designed for holding a bottle to your belt. So if you've got a water bottle or something, like a, I don't know, I suppose a lot of plastic Pepsi or whatever bottle, I suppose go around the neck of that. It opens up, clips around, and then you can click the bottle to your belt. But honestly, again, I can't see much of a point to that, because in a survival situation you're going to be using something like this anyway. So yeah, not really much point to that, is it? Right, so what we got here? What's this one? Ooh, it's a little compass. Which is nice, but it's not very accurate, because due north, roughly here, due north is there, and that's pointing more northwest. I will get my other compass just to compare it against, which is far more accurate. So there we go. Ah, it's affected by other compasses. Right, let's put this one here. There we go. And that's pointing more northwest as well. That's, unless there's something throwing it out. That's unusual. I don't know if it's the metal ring around my barrel that's throwing the reading out, throwing the bearing out. Ah, that's what it is. It's the metal ring. Okay, that's peculiar. I've never seen that happen before. Right, there you go. Yes, that's more true north. Right, so let's get this compass that came with the kit. Okay, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Gives a true reading. It's in a nice little protective case. That's a useful thing. It's a very useful little thing. So, right, we've got those. Right, what we've got next is a little torch. Now, is this a rechargeable, or is this a one where you have to install batteries? I would say you have to install batteries. How do you install batteries? Ah, cap screws off. What batteries does it take? God knows. Those C cells, looks like a bit too small for C cells and too big for double A's. Right. So, looks like it takes one AA cell. It rattles about a little bit in there, but pop that in. So you click the little button on the back. There you go. So it's that. Got a strobe, another bright, another not so bright. Yeah, so that's the brightest setting. You've got a focusable beam by the look of it, so it's just, there you go, so you can focus it down to a little spot, or you can widen the beam out. So I'll just turn the light off. Still daylight outside, but you get a general impression of brightness. It's not too bad. That spot beam is alright. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. It's nice, you can hold it in your hand, operate with your thumb. It's pretty good. It's got a little, hang on, let's turn the light on again so you see what I'm doing. Right, so yes, it's got a little clip for clicking onto your belt or your pocket of your jacket or whatever. So yeah, that's useful. That's a handy little thing. Then you've got this. Oh, that's an emergency whistle. I wonder what it was for a second. Yeah, it's a little emergency whistle. Okay, let's try it out. Oh God, that's loud. Yeah, do the job. Practical things, what you need in an emergency. If you're immobilised and need to attract somebody's attention, just the job. And you've got a length of paracord by the look of it. It's got a paracord lanyard thing, whatever. Bracelet, and oh, it's got a little built-in compass as well, and yeah, that works. Oh, it's a handy little thing. You got a clicky, that's got a little tiny cutting blade as well, so that's a handy way of having a spare emergency bit of paracord, bit of string for tying things up in an emergency and whatnot. Comes nice in the form of a bracelet, and oh, it's got a little built-in ferro rod in there as well. Don't know how good that is. I suppose you use that as the striker, I'm not sure. Yeah, not getting a spark out of that. I don't know how you'd use it, or does that bit come out? Ah, that bit comes out, right, there we go. So then you'd use that as a... Well, I'm getting no spark off that whatsoever. So as a ferrocerium rod, that is utterly useless. That is a waste of time. Let's clean the, hang on, let's clean more of the coating off and see if we can get a better. It's not happening, is it? I had the very faintest of a spark, but yeah, not much. Yeah, that's not great, I've got to say. And it's also got a little built-in whistle as well in there, look of it. Yeah, not as good as the other whistle, I've got to say, but better than nothing, I suppose. and it's supposed to click round. It's like a bracelet thing. You're supposed to click round your wrist, and it's there for emergencies. But honestly, utterly pointless, because you're literally duplicating stuff that you've already got in the kit. And awkward to put on one-handed. There you go. God, that is awful. Well, I suppose it'll sit under your wrist like that, but it's very cumbersome, very uncomfortable, and it rattles about a lot as well. Look, that is awful. Yeah, the only thing going for it, as I say, is the paracord. It's quite practical. It's there, obviously it's all woven up, and you can unpick it and just you get one long length of paracord out of there. I won't unpick it now because it'd take forever to put it back together again. Yeah, better than nothing, but still not really very practical, that, I've got to say. That is not very practical. So yeah, and the last item, emergency foil blanket. Well, we all know what these are like, don't we? We've had these before. Quite lightweight, it's quite large. It is 1.3 by 2.1 meters, or yeah, 130 by 210 centimeters. So roughly about 4.5 foot wide and about 6 foot, 6 and a bit foot long. Say 6'6". So yeah, it's enough to wrap yourself up in an emergency, I think, roughly. But yeah, that's it. Anything else? No. Yeah, so out of all that lot, what can we say? Well, yeah, that's useful. That's useful. That's useful. That's useful. That, yeah, that is useful. And the wire saw is quite useful. So really, practically, that was a waste of bloody time, and that's a waste of time. So overall impressions, well, the survival kit, not brilliant, I've got to say, but it was a bit of a gamble. The fact I wanted to buy it purely for the other free gifts that I was getting anyway. So the Temu experience this time, would I do it again? I don't know, not sure. I only did it this time because I was suckered in by the free gifts. On reflection, I ended up having to spend £70 on stuff that, yeah, it's nice to have, but I probably wouldn't necessarily have needed it. But it was that offer of, oh yeah, free stuff. Yeah, if I buy that, I get free stuff. So yeah, don't be tempted like I was. Shop around. The jury is still out on Temu, I'm afraid. I hope it's been an informative and objective review at least. I've tried to sort of, I don't know, sort of look at the stuff with an open mind. I've still yet to do the hammock. Obviously I'm waiting for a decent dry day to do that. Obviously the weather outside has been so crap lately, middle of winter. Yeah, it's not really hammock weather, so the hammock's going to be for another time, another camp. We'll give that a full run, probably with some other items as well, because I'm still waiting on another item that I bought, which was also a free gift, that hopefully, if it's as good as it looks, will be good value, because normally they're about £40, £40 to £45. I'm not going to give away what it is, you'll have to wait and see. And I'm getting it for free, obviously, because it was one of the free gifts that I selected. If it turns out to be alright, then yes, I've got my money's worth. We'll have to wait and see. Then we'll leave that for another video. Alright, anyway, take care everyone, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.